Hello, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Licious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces high priestess, aka the light that shines bright like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. Well, today, guys, if you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading, hot topic tarot reading, actually, guys, for Tupac Shakur. If you all didn't see the little brief upload that I did earlier, go and check that out. It was just a brief overview of what's going on. I told you all I was going to come back and look more into the situation or what have you. So we're going to get into some commentary, a bit of dialogue in tonight's Hot Topic Tarot, guys. So I hope everybody's doing well and feeling well on tonight. If you all would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. That is your free way of showing your support to the channel. Okay. So as I have already stated, guys, I am your host, Poetic Psychic Pisces High Priestess, and I would like to formally welcome you to the show, Hot Topic Tarot. You are more than welcome to show your support to my channel. Like I said, by liking, sharing, or subscribing. You can also send your super stickers as well as your super thanks. For those of you who would like a modest make a modest contribution to the channel, you can do so through CASHAPP, which is $Diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamonds, or through ZELLE, which is tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com, or tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. At this time, guys, I would like to share the copyright disclaimer with you all, which reads as follows. This commentary is going to be covered under the Fair Use Act of 1976 under Section 107. Allowance is made for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, as well as comments, guys. I am going to go over some information that is public information, that is general information that is out for everyone to be aware of and knowledgeable of, guys. However, I am going to disclose some further information that has been given to me through my spirit guides. And at that time, I would like to say that this is for your entertainment purposes only, although this is not an entertaining matter, at least to me. However, I must say that also, guys, I would ask that you use your own discernment and govern yourselves accordingly. Okay, guys? I am going to be giving you truth and clarity to the best of my ability per information that has been relayed to me by my spirit guides. Okay? All information is allegedly according to that information that I received at that time. Okay, guys? So without any further ado, guys, we are going to get started. We're going to get into a bit of dialogue. So you all sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. As you all can see on the screen, this is Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur, also known by the stage name as Tupac or Machiavelli, was an American rapper. He is widely considered one of the most influential and successful rappers of all time. Shakur is among the best-selling music artists, having sold more than 75 million records worldwide. He was born on June 16th of 1971 in East Harlem, New York, New York. He died on September the 13th of 1996 at the University Medical Center, Las Vegas, Nevada. He has several different siblings. He also had a spouse by the name of Keisha Morris between the years of 1995 and 1996. His parents is Afina Shakur and Billy Garland. Okay. So, of course, you see various different articles here talking about Tupac Shakur. These are recent articles, actually, that you all see here because of the recent news that has come out. But I wanted to go over that general information for those of you who are not aware of whom Tupac Shakur is. He was a rapper. He was signed to Death Row Records. He may have been signed to other labels at some point in time, but I believe at the time of his death, he was with Death Row Records. Okay, guys? So, guys, we are going to, as I already said, there is some very shocking information that came out yesterday. Okay, and it's a hot topic. It's buzzing right now. Allegedly, sources are saying that an arrest has been made in the murder of Tupac Shakur, and there has been a man who goes by the name of Dwayne. Hold on, guys. Let me pull it up. It's like he's got one of those weird nicknames, but I believe his real name is Dwayne Davis. He goes by like Keefy D or something like that, or what have you. But we're gonna look into this, guys. So as you can see here on YouTube, there are like several different articles. There was a news press conference as it relates to this new information that has come out pertaining to this. Okay, so you have many different news stations that were there and covered this press conference here. We've got Fox 11, Fox 26, Fox 13, New York Post, a lot of different people here. Now this is the guy here who they are alleging is the killer of Tupac Shakur. Okay, now I briefly discussed with you all in the little short snippet video that I did, just briefly talking about the situation. This guy here, I want to go into some information here, okay, because I feel like it's dishonest. First of all, I feel like this whole thing is a distraction, okay? They're distracting the people from something else that's going on behind the scenes with this information all of a sudden, okay? This individual here, there's a lot of things that has been said, okay, about this man here. First of all, it's said that over the years, he has bragged about killing Tupac. And if that was the case, my question is, how come you never brought him in for questioning if he has been bragging about, now, the fact that he killed Tupac, okay? Now, he is supposed to be a Compton gang member. In the press conference, they said that he was some type of gang boss. Of the Crips, okay, but he's from Compton, okay, and that's another thing that was like a red flag to me. I'm like, who in the hell travels from California to Las Vegas to murder someone? You understand what I'm saying? And it's just the information is all over the place, but they want you to believe that there was another altercation that occurred that night. There was a brawl that broke out at the casino in Las Vegas on that night, and they ended up getting kicked out of the hotel casino because there was a big brawl and fight, and Tupac was supposedly shot in traffic after they left that casino. But they're trying to make this, people believe that this man here, okay, and 3 other guys that they claim was with him, who are all deceased now. Now, these other 3 guys that was allegedly with him are all deceased. He's the only one that's living. And as you can see, there's numerous articles here that talks about, like, I've even found one. He calls himself Keith D. He did this interview here was done. This was on the BET networks here. He supposedly bragged, and he's been bragging for years about he knew who killed. It went from he knew who killed Tupac. He almost slipped up and told who killed Tupac, to now all of a sudden it's being said that he's the one who killed Tupac. So it's a lot of conflicting information. This is the man here, okay? You also see him here. He's done several different interviews. This interview was done 5 years ago. This video here was posted 4 years ago, okay? So, I mean, and Tupac was killed in 1996. So you're talking about, more than like 20 some years ago, okay? So like maybe about 28 years, 25, 20, like about 28, almost 30 years, okay? And my thing is this, okay? So you have to go back to the situation that happened in the casino. Those individuals, well, first of all, Tupac and his crew, Suge Knight, and everybody else that was with them, they had rooms there at the hotel casino. They was there to see the fight, a boxing match that was going on there. They were doing their thing, minding their business. These guys came running in to fight them. Okay, and they all ended up being put out of the casino. My thing is this: I'm pretty sure that authorities were alerted that night. How come you didn't round up those suspects then and bring them in for questioning for the disturbance that happened in that hotel casino? Okay, especially considering the fact that right after they left that hotel casino, Tupac and Suge Knight got in a vehicle together. Okay, and I'm going to show you here. You see it on this image here. You see this picture here? Now, this picture was taken on the night. This picture is very suspect to me, okay? Because somebody pulled up next to them and snapped this picture that you see here of Suge Knight and Tupac in the car together. Do you see how Tupac is looking over at that person, but Suge Knight is looking straight ahead? Suge knew what was going on, what was going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? He was adamant about Tupac and only Tupac alone riding with him, even though they had a whole entourage of people with them. Okay, so after the incident in the hotel or casino, they left, hopped in a vehicle together. They were ended up, stopped here at a stoplight. Somebody pulled up beside them, snapped a picture of them, but it was the vehicle that came up behind that vehicle when that vehicle sped off that ended up shooting only Tupac Shakur. Okay? Suge Knight wasn't hurt in the incident at all, even though bullets were sprayed all over the vehicle. Okay? This is very suspect to me. Okay, all of it is very much suspect to me. It's very, and because I'm like, you didn't question anybody who started the brawl in the hotel casino. You didn't go after, and if you wasn't going to go after them for that, you definitely should have went after them to at least question them after, considering the fact that moments after, Tupac Shakur ended up being shot dead. Okay. But all these years have gone by. There's been this massive cover up that has been going on. This has all been hushed. No real effort. People have been paid off to keep this quiet, to keep this hidden, to cover this up. And people are even being paid now to release this supposed information now. Do this man here know of Tupac? Okay, because he was said to be like this rival gang member and all this. Of course, I believe he know of him or whatever. I believe he even may know persons responsible. But if you all listen to my video clip earlier, the information that I got is that, first of all, y'all need to understand that the hit on Tupac Shakur came from higher up. As I told y'all earlier, the powers that be put a hit out on Tupac Shakur, okay? And it was right after he had the album when he came out and he named his album or song, he called it Kill Illuminati, okay? That's when the hit was put out on to kill Tupac Shakur, okay? Now, there was all kinds of stuff that they, there was all this East Coast, West Coast, type of beef that went on back and forth between them all the time. And this wasn't the first time that Tupac had even been shot. But you knew when it was personal beef because the last time when he got shot on his way going up to the studio in the little lobby area, and the guys ran in on him, shot him, but he lived through that. He made it through that. You understand? This is how you know when some shit is personal. You understand what I'm saying? This was a hit. He had a target on his back. There was a contract out on him. They wanted him dead. Higher ups wanted him dead. And the information that I got earlier, the people who killed Tupac, first of all, it was like 3 or more people who were the shooters, okay, and responsible for the death of Tupac. But my spirit guides also let me know that these individuals were informants, which means they were paid. They were being paid by the government, the feds, the police department, however you want to look at it. They were informants, okay, and they were paid to kill Tupac. They were hired to kill Tupac, okay? I feel like this man here, he know about the situation. He knows what's going on, but I feel like he's being used as a decoy right now. He's being used as a patsy right now. I believe anything that he may be saying right now, he is being paid to say. That this is a distraction. This is staged. This is set up, and it's no coincidence that it's coming out right now. You understand what I'm saying? Out of all times, like it's been damn near 30 years, and you're just now coming up with this person. Now, all the other persons that was allegedly with him have mysteriously died. Okay, they're all deceased, but they live that gang life and whatever other habits or addictions or whatever they were into, they may have died as it relates to their lifestyle or whatever. But this guy here is allegedly the only person who is currently alive, okay? This man has literally told several different stories. He's done several different interviews since Tupac has died. I told you all earlier how I know this is bullshit. And there's other shit that's going on behind the scenes is because this man has made several different accounts. He's talked about Tupac's murder several different times. He's literally gone from saying, he knew about Tupac's death. He knew who was involved, to bragging about, or to almost slipping and naming the people, to saying that he the one who did it. And at that point, I feel like he is being paid. He's a patsy. He is being paid to say that something is being covered up, okay? Because I told you, if you listen to my video that I did earlier, okay, it's titled Hot Topics Hero, supposedly allegedly Tupac Shakur's killer arrested. So y'all go back and look at that. It's only about maybe 15 minutes long or something like that, because I just I ran across the information, and I had the spirit had me to bring out the information quickly or whatever, and I was really tired at the time, so I really wasn't prepared to do a reading on it. But then I started getting so much information as I started talking about it, okay? Some type of information came in to the police department, and it put them in a panic, and it caused some type of conflict amongst their police department, their agents, detectives, or whoever, okay? And I seen a lot of money was involved. They have been paid a lot of money. Several persons have been paid a lot of money to push this story now, to run this story now, to claim that this is the person, and everybody is like picking this up and running with it, and he's stupid, he snitched on himself, he done told. First of all, what person is going to do that, okay? Especially someone who is at one point in time some high ranking gang member, okay? If he have gotten away with 28, 30 years off on murder, He's never been questioned by the police, no matter how many other times he did interviews with other people and talked about this. He's never been questioned by the police before. These people literally have nothing on this man. It's circumstantial evidence. And the only thing that they're going off right now, that they're telling people in that interview, they're saying, oh, he admitted himself that if that's the case, he admitted that he said that shit jokingly in interviews years ago. How come you didn't pick him up then? Why today? You understand what I'm saying? This is how you know other bullshit is going on behind the scene. What happened today? What happened yesterday, rather? Where your agents, your detective said, okay, we got it, ready, set, go, we're going to get him. Okay? Because the last interview I've seen this man talking publicly about this was 5 years ago. Okay? Everybody else he was allegedly with that night is deceased. So conveniently, it's only him. In the interview that I'm getting ready to show you all, guys, they show clips of they show the situation that happened in the casino. Let me find the one that I want to show you all. They found they showed the clips of the fight that broke out in the casino. And then they proceeded to tell you that they tried to point out this man here as being one of the guys that was there in the casino, jumping Tupac. Okay. And then they're saying after the brawl happened, they all left the casino. They said this man hopped in his white vehicle, I think they said Cadillac, whatever it was, with 3 other guys who are now deceased. And they even put them up as well as being in the vehicle with him when the shooting took place. This man here, they claim he gave them the gun and told them, go ahead and shoot Tupac. So now you have admittedly saying that this man here did not pull the trigger himself to kill Tupac. Okay? Even if you charged him with accessory after the fact, it would not be the same as, say, you know what I'm saying, a direct murder. You understand what I'm saying? It would hold a lesser sentence than, say, somebody being charged with capital murder or premeditated murder, or however they ran a murder charge. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like if I'm riding with you and you decide to go and rob a store and you kill the clerk and you rob the store and then you come back and jump in the car and we take off and leave. I didn't go in there and kill him and rob him. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I will be charged with accessory after the fact because of the simple fact I know you did it. I was there. I was in the vehicle with you. You know what I'm saying? Or I was driving the to-go car, or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? That's how that go. You would still be charged, but it would be a lesser charge. You understand? Than the person who actually did the killing. They admitted themselves in this press conference that this man here. They first said that this man read it on himself and told them, "Yeah, I'm the one who killed Tupac." And then they backtracked and turned around and said, "Oh, he gave some of the other guys that was with him the weapon. They the ones who shot out the vehicle and shot up, Tupac's vehicle and killed Tupac or what have you." You understand what I'm saying? But my thing is, if these people were suspects, why haven't you brought them in for questioning, or to send out some type of subpoena or warrant or whatever, had them to come in for questioning all of these years? They are matter-of-factly looking at these video clips and telling you like they know what is what and who is who. If you can look at it today and know that, then you was able to look at it back in the day, years ago, and knew who the hell was who. But you never bring those people in for questioning at all. Okay? We've never even heard of possible suspects who were questioned at all as it relates to Tupac's death. There's a lot of things that's hidden. There's a lot of things that's covered up when it comes to Tupac's death. And it's because he was assassinated. And his murder was a hit. There was a contract on him. There were some higher ups, wealthy, powerful people in power that wanted Tupac dead. He was a major influencer in the African-American community. He was a bit of a conscious rapper at times. He was waking people up. He began to speak out about the Illuminati, about the powers that be, and different things like that. Okay? He was waking people up to what was going on in the African American communities and everything. Tupac is actually smart. See, most people don't know, before Tupac was a rapper, Tupac was, in tutus, not tutus, but, he was a dancer. Okay? They turned him into this thug life, this, that, and the other. Tupac is actually very knowledgeable. Tupac is actually very smart. You understand what I'm saying? He was into the arts, like literally into art school and different things before they turned him into this whole thug life, Machiavelli, type of gangster rapper type of dude. You understand what I'm saying? The powers that be wanted him dead and gone. They put a hit out on him. There was a contract on Tupac. Okay? And then and per the information that I got, they used informants. The guys that killed Tupac were informants, and they were paid by persons they were on the payroll of the police. You understand what I'm saying? You not only this man here that they're saying this man is from California, and if you listen to the video that I did earlier, I got it mixed up. This took place in Las Vegas. I said Los Angeles, okay, because this person here is from California. Okay, they all have a lot of different dealings in Los Angeles, California, and different things like that. So I ended up saying Los Angeles, California quite a bit, and tying it into some other things that has taken place in Los Angeles, California, that's going on right now as well, with the two models that popped up dead back to back here recently, as well as the situation that's been going on with Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, another rapper. Okay. Who went into the hospital in very serious conditions or what have you. So I'm like, this is so crazy that they're coming out with this now. There's so much that's going on in the government. They're talking about possible government shutdowns. It's just a lot of shit that's going on every day. And then boom, yesterday, you all of a sudden, you miraculously, you can abracadabra some shit. And now you got the killer of Tupac. Okay? But everything they have is circumstantial. The videos that they show of both first of all, they don't have any video after they allegedly left the casino and was in the vehicle. They described the vehicle that the man was driving and everything. This man here, the vehicle that they were supposedly in when they left the casino, they don't have video of that. You have no surveillance of that. And if you do, you're covering it up. But if you actually have it and you're pointing the finger at this person, why not show it? They didn't show it. The only thing that they showed you a video of was of the casino when the fight happened. And they tried to show you which one of the guys this guy was that was in there fighting, jumping Tupac. But the video is not even clear. Every piece of evidence that they have would literally be thrown out of a court of law on a technicality. Really and truly, the only thing, they really don't have anything on this man. Because if they did, they would have arrested him 20 some odd years ago. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that they really have to what they think is solid to go on is the fact that this man has done several interviews over the years with people, dropping little hints and clues here and there about who possibly killed Tupac, and him knowing information about who killed Tupac to, now they're saying, oh, well, he admitted to doing it. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to ask yourself, why would a man that has gotten away with murder for damn near 30 years, all of a sudden today decide, oh yeah, they killed Tupac? You don't understand what I'm saying? It does not even make logical sense. It does not make logical sense. There's other shit that is being covered up. And like I told y'all, in the other reading that I did, some type of information came in to the detectives, the agents, the police department, or something They got some type of communication from somebody that shook them. It hit way too close to home. I believe their informants got exposed in some type of way, and that shit links back to them, which would prove that those informants were on the payroll of the police officers, those officers in Las Vegas, and they were paid, or whoever in power and government, or whoever paid them, they were paid. Okay, they said this man he was supposed to be they called him some head boss of the Crips, Compton Crips or something like that. He's from Compton. You understand what I'm saying? Who in the hell travels from California to Las Vegas just to murder somebody in broad daylight, where everybody, well, not broad daylight, it was at nighttime when it happened, but it was on a busy strip. This big altercation had just happened. All of y'all had supposedly just been seen in the casino on surveillance and everything. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the other thing that's very funny, because we know surveillance are everywhere, especially on the in traffic, on the light poles and different things like that. They have never, all these years, had any clear video capture of the vehicle that pulled up next to Suge Knight and Tupac. And if you notice, Suge Knight, he kept a straight face and looked straight ahead the entire time. He didn't look from side to side. He didn't look down or nothing. He was in complete soldier mode. He knew what was getting ready to happen. Somebody pulled up next to them, snapped that picture of them that I showed you all. Okay? This picture you see right here, this was snapped on the night that Tupac was murdered. And right after this car sped off, there was another car that pulled up and these shots rang out. Okay, guys? Now, we're going to look into this. We're going to look into this a bit. And just let y'all listen to this information. This I don't know if this person is the police captain, the chief, the lieutenant, like whatever he's called. This man was red in the face. He looks like he's sweating. He's out of breath. You understand what I'm saying? He literally looked like he had just ran a marathon, like he hadn't ran up to the podium as the video started. And I'm like, why is this man shook like this? Like, why is he, like, you understand? It was like he was out of breath. He was trying to catch his breath, having a hard time breathing or something. It was very, very weird, guys. Okay. I actually watched this earlier, as you can see. I actually watched this on Court TV here earlier pertaining to this, because you look at this, you see this Death Row Chronicles here. Keith D stutters, almost revealing who killed Tupac. Okay, he's done several videos. Okay, Keith D on him and Orlando Anderson pulling up to Tupac's car, shots fired. That was 4 years ago. This video was 5 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody running their mouth and stupid enough to be running their mouth and talking like this or whatever, how come you didn't bring this person in for questioning? Okay, you know why? Because he's bluffing. He's lying. This is what you call clout chasing. Nobody in their right mind do this. Was he there? Possibly. Do we know what happened? Possibly. Do we know who was involved? Possibly. Because I'm telling you. See, a lot of these cats y'all think is thugs and gangsters and shit, they rats, bruh. They working for the feds, they informants, and they getting paid under the table. They sellouts. That's how y'all trap spots and shit be being ran in by the narcs all the goddamn time. That shit is happening from people y'all serving. That shit is happening from the cluckers that you allow to hang around and come around. Your supposed homeboys and different shit that you think in your crew and your friends and folks you grew up with and different things like that. Why y'all think you'll be getting ran down on your trap spot and all kinds of shit be getting ran down on? Who you think be feeding the narcs the intel? These be informants, bruh. And all it takes is them to get busted for something on a crime. They back up against the wall and they go in here and they got something way more valuable to offer the police and tell them, hey, you cut me a deal. I tell you who did such and such on this murder or something like that, especially if they got an open investigation on something. You understand what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that goes on behind the scenes. Okay, so let's look at this real quick, guys. Let's look at this. Sorry, guys, it's taking a minute to load.
All right, folks, we are going on right now to Las Vegas. The update on the Tupac Shakur murder update. Let's listen.
This afternoon. 27 years. 27 years.
Listen at this
27
man.
years the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keefy D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was arrested this morning by my LVMPD criminal apprehension team, and this investigation started on the night of September 7th, 1996. It is far from over.
Okay, guys.
Taken countless hours.
Hold on.
Decades of work.
Did you hear what he just said? He said this investigation started on the night of September the 7th of 1996. Tupac was murdered on September the 13th. Didn't it say Tupac's death happened on September the 13th of 1996? But maybe that's the 6 days, okay? Maybe it started. I believe the situation may have happened on the 7th. They said that he was still alive for, like, he lived for another 6 days. He was in the hospital for 6 days before he passed away, which lets me further know that Tupac did not die on the scene. They finished him off in the hospital. First of all, anybody who gets shot up like that and is in the hospital for 6 days after they get shot up like that, they're fighting for life, which means they still have breath in their body for some, in some type of way they went through. You know what I'm saying? A person would have had to go through surgery, get the bullets taken out, and this, that, and the other 6 days. So maybe the situation occurred on the 7th, okay? And the 13th is the day that he actually was pronounced dead, okay? But I'm telling you, any person spends 6 days in the hospital after they've been shot up like that, and if y'all have never seen the photos of Tupac, like, this man's head looked like it was blown, the side of his head looked like it was blown off. He was shot in the face. He was shot in the head. Like, he was shot in various different places, okay? From the autopsy photos that I seen years and years and years ago, okay? Most people probably would have been dead on sight. You understand what I'm saying? This person would have been DOA. They claimed that he was in the hospitals for 6 days after this altercation, which let me further know that he was taken out in the hospital, not at the actual scene.
Of work by the men and women of our homicide section to get to where we are today.
You hear this?
Several of those detectives that are standing here with us include Detective Cliff Mogg, the lead detective on this case. He is now retired. Well, I know there's been many people who did not believe that the murder of Tupac Shakur was important to this police department. I'm here to tell you that was simply not the case.
That was definitely the case. They were paid for a long time to cover this up, to sweep it under the rug. The people that were paid to do it were also paid. And these people have been paid. Y'all, there has been a lot of money that has been dished out even for this story to be ran now. I'm telling y'all, there is shit that is being hidden, that is being covered up, y'all.
It was not the case back then, and it is not the case today. Our goal at LVMPD has always been to hold those accountable and responsible for Tupac's violent murder accountable. Just like we do for every homicide victim in our city. Every single victim, every life that is lost is important and remains a priority to this police department. As we methodically built this case to move forward with an arrest, it was also important that at the same time, we're building towards a successful prosecution. We work closely with our esteemed district attorney, Steve Wolfson, in his office to ensure that is going to happen. Mr. Davis's own words reinvigorated our case in 2018.
Okay, you hear that? They say his own words, this man's own words, reinvigorated their case in 2018. It is 2023. So you're basically saying, maybe this was one of those interviews that he did back in the day when he was talking about, Tupac's death. And I mean, because like I said, there was like several different accounts. On one account, he was saying, oh yeah, he knew about Tupac's death. He knew who did it. On the other account, he almost slipped up and said the names of the person who did it. And then eventually, I guess he came out and said him and whoever else, pulled up beside, Tupac and they the one shot him up. You understand what I'm saying? But if that was the case, how come you did not apprehend him then? How come you didn't put a warrant out for him? Have him arrested? Then, what happened yesterday that you don't have no smoking gun, you don't have no evidence, you don't have the weapon that was used, you don't have anything. What happened yesterday that you had probable cause to go and arrest this man? What evidence? I'm telling you, they have nothing, and this man is going to say, oh, he said it himself. But if that's the case, how come you didn't pick him up when he said it? He didn't just say it yesterday. He said it years and years ago. Do you see the contradiction? They're lying. They're covering something up.
I'm going to give you some of those.
Look at this man. He's red. He's like bloodshot red in the face. He's out of breath, like he just took off running up to the podium or something. You understand? It's been 27 years later. Okay? So it's been what? 4 or 5 years now? Since you claimed that his own words reinvigorated your case. How come you didn't go and pick him up then? How come you didn't question him and his crew that was supposedly the ones who jumped on Tupac and his crew at the casino? You understand?
Details, and I'm going to introduce to you our homicide lieutenant, Jason Johansson, and he will provide you many of the details on how we got here today.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical product.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you everybody for being here today. My name is Jason Johansson, and I'm the homicide lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And my goal here today is to walk you through our investigation and what led us to the indictment of Dwayne Davis, also known as Keefy D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur. This case has been reviewed by our homicide team and homicide detectives for over 2.5 decades. And ultimately, our persistence in this investigation has paid off. Let me walk you through a timeline of events that as we know them right now. Prior to September 7th of 1996, as we all know, Tupac Shakur was an artist who was signed with Death Row Records. And that Death Row Records and its CEO, Marion Suge Knight, were closely street gangs, and that they had an ongoing feud with the Southside Compton Crips. Dwayne Davis was the leader and shot caller of the Southside Compton Crips.
They say he was the leader and the shot caller of the Southside Compton Crips. Okay? So they traveled from, Compton is in California, right? They traveled from California, like what, the south side of California, to Las Vegas to go and jump Tupac, find the hotel that he was at, jump him at that hotel, and then kill him when they left that hotel, right?
And both of these gangs operated out of the Southern California area of Compton. On the night of September 7th of 1996, Tupac Shakur, along with Suge Knight and members of their entourage, which include members of Mob Piru, came to Vegas to attend the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Members of the Southside Compton.
So they want to make it seem like it's Bloods versus Crips type of thing, or what have you. Okay, they're saying that Suge Knight and Tupac's crew was members of Mob Piru. I believe Pirus are Bloods, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and this Keefe D person, you know, he's supposed to be, you know, the head honcho, the shot caller, one of the leaders of the Compton Crips. So they travel for, like, you understand, this would make more sense if Tupac and Suge Knight and their crew had been in Southside California, some damn where, when this happened. They traveled to Las Vegas just to murder them, or what was that? That was what they were paid to do, huh? You understand? Listen, you got to listen to the words that come out of people's mouth. It don't make sense.
Compton Crips, which included Dwayne Davis, along with his nephew Orlando Anderson, were also in attendance at the same event. As both were leaving the fight, members of Death Row Records spotted Orlando Anderson near an elevator bank inside the MGM, and at that time they began to kick and punch him near that elevator bank. I will now show you hotel security footage, as many of you have already seen, related to this incident.
Now, this is the hotel casino that they were at. This is where the fight was happening at an arena. I believe Suge Knight and Tupac and his crew, they actually had rooms there or whatever. They're going to be walking through the lobby, and all of a sudden these guys are going to come in. Now, look how blurry this looks. First of all, you see all these people around, okay? Look how blurry this looks. Now, watch him try to explain the Keefe D person and the other people that's there. You cannot definitively tell that it's them.
And on this incident, you will see Tupac Shakur, who's wearing a shiny satiny shirt, along with Marion Suge Knight, who's a large man in a brown suit, punching and kicking Orlando Anderson. Following this incident.
Okay, now as you can see here, the fight is going on. Do you see how this camera angle is just swinging over? You see how it was pointing towards the other direction. But as this situation happened, it looks like they were running from over this way. They got to right here. The fight occurs. It starts happening. You can't tell who is who, okay? You can't tell who is who. This man had to explain to you the type of shirt that Tupac was in for you to be able to identify who he was. Let alone any damn body else that was there in fighting. This is bullshit. Because if you had this as proof, you would pick them up that found them that night and bring their ass in for questioning for this altercation. This is public disturbance. Okay? Not to mention you have on camera assault and battery. You understand? At this moment, this was before any shooting or anything took place, but that didn't occur.
You'll see hotel security intervene, and then they will leave the area of the fight.
Now look, you see how the camera was facing this front entrance this entire time. When the fight started, the camera scrolls all the way over. It panned all the way over to exactly where that fight took place, and then all of a sudden This camera comes all the way back. Now, I don't know if he's saying that this is hotel security or the hotel casinos cameras, but why would the hotel cameras pan like that? All of their cameras would be in particular angles in particular areas focused on that area. And they have a lot of cameras in hotels and casinos and different things. You understand what I'm saying? Or is this somebody who has recorded, that was there and recorded this? You understand? But it still don't make sense, because why pan back to this lobby part? You see how it turned away from the fight? Now you're going to see them all come running out this way. Okay? It doesn't make sense. See how it's panning back as they're walking back this way? This guy right here,
one scoop
the
of
big guy
AG1
is
replaces multiple supplements.
Hold on, guys.
With 75 high-quality ingredients.
The big guy over there, he's the biggest one of all of them that was there. That's Suge Knight. Okay? I can tell by the mustache.
Little did anyone know that it is this incident right
and everything, but you cannot definitively tell any persons that was there besides Suge Knight and Tupac. You have an account of that night of what they were wearing, what they look like. Suge can be spotted anywhere. He was like the biggest guy that was there.
right here that would ultimately lead to the retaliatory shooting.
He's getting ready to say that video shows the Keith D person there. That man that they showed at the beginning that I showed you all, you don't see that man. You can't definitively say that any one of those persons is him. Now he's getting ready to tell you the type of vehicle that this man was driving, with him and his crew got in and everything, but they have no proof of this. This is just what he's saying.
And death of Tupac Shakur. Following this incident, Tupac and Suge Knight both left the MGM to make their.
Here is this picture was taken when they left the casino. Somebody pulled up beside them and snapped this picture of them. You see Suge never turn around. Tupac looked dead in the face of whoever snapped this picture of him. You see this look on Tupac's face? It's like Tupac knew someone right. Suge was adamant about, they got a whole crew now. He was adamant about only Tupac riding with him. Okay? Pay attention to this red, what is this, a red hat, red scarf, or whatever that's secure on the lap of Suge Knight. Blood sacrifice, symbolism, letting you know that a blood sacrifice is about to take place. A murder was about to happen. He knew. A lot of persons, the persons that he wasn't even there, knew that this was going to go down when it did. Okay? Look how Tupac is looking.
Their way to a post-fight party, which was to occur at a local nightclub. At the same time, word had spread amongst members of the Southside Compton Crips of what had occurred inside the MGM. And then that's when Dwayne Davis began to devise a plan to obtain a firearm and retaliate against Suge Knight and Mr. Shakur for what occurred inside the hotel against Mr. Anderson.
Now listen to what he just said, y'all.
After Davis obtained,
listen to what he just said. Hold on. This man just told y'all that Keith D and his crew was in that casino hotel. They were the guys that jumped on Tupac and his crew there. Okay? But he just said that after the casino hotel situation happened, they rushed out and left and got in the car to head to some little fight after party. That word got back to the Compton Crip crew of what happened at the casino hotel. Why would word need to get back to them of what happened if you just said that they were there and the ones who had did what they did in the casino? He just said word got back to the Compton Crips crew and they devised a plan where they were going to go and get a gun. Yeah, guess what? Thugs have guns on them all the time. Gangsters have guns on them all the time. Gang bosses have guns on them all the time, bruh. They wouldn't have had to go and acquire some random guns from some damn where. They would have already had them if what you were saying was the truth. But this is what this man just said. He said after the situation at the casino and they all left, word got back to the Compton Crip crew. And this is when Keith D and his crew decided that they was going to devise a plan, go and get some weapons and track them down and retaliate. Why would you need to retaliate if y'all were just in a fight at the casino? Y'all jumped them. You understand what I'm saying? They were already there doing their thing, what they was there to do. Watch the fight, go and kick it, go and party, whatever they was going to do. They was already there. Why would you need to retaliate if this man here is saying that they were the ones that was in that casino and they were the ones that started the fight, kicking and punching Tupac? What are you retaliating about? But he just said, word got back to the Compton Crip crew, who nobody knows why the hell they was even in Las Vegas to begin with. Perhaps they was there to see the fight too. Okay? Who knows? But they was there. Okay? Say word got back to them. This is when they decided to devise a plan, go get some weapons, and now they're going to go retaliate, hunt specifically Tupac down. Now, Tupac got a whole crew now. Tupac with Suge and everything. If you mad at Tupac, now he already told you that they crew is a part of the Mob Piru gang. This means that your gang is mad at they gang. This means that you don't give a damn who you spray in they gang, but you specifically only target Tupac. Why? Because Tupac was the only target. Because Tupac was the one who had a hit on him. A contract had been taken out on him. And that shit came from higher up. If this was gang-related bullshit, that shit would have popped off on sight when they came face to face. Period, point blank. Right then and there. Considering the fact they just gonna be stupid in public and knock off people. You understand what I'm saying? This how gangs do. Listen to the words that come out of people's mouth.
He entered into a white Cadillac along with Terrence Brown, DeAndre Smith, and Orlando Anderson. Based on our investigation, this is where...
Now look at that. How you know he was in a white Cadillac? What, you heard that through the grapevine? Where he told you that he had that type of vehicle? What, you searched the DMV records and found out that he had that type of vehicle registered in his name? How you know who he was with? What, you heard that through the grapevine? When somebody told you? Is this hearsay? Because that's what the fuck it would be called in a court of law. See, in the United States of America, you have to have a reasonable doubt. There has to be reasonable doubt that this is the person, these are the persons who did the crime. And in the United States of America, the person is innocent until they are proven guilty. What is this? Huh? Now you got a whole picture of Tupac and Suge sitting at the light at the intersection. How come you don't have real video footage, real camera, real pictures of Keith D and his crew in the car ready to shoot? This is some made up ass image here with their pictures alongside of it. Well, we supposed to take their word for it that they was in a white Cadillac? Huh?
Where we know they were seated. At some point in time, as they were in the white Cadillac, Mr. Davis took the gun that he had obtained and provided it to the passengers in the rear seat of the vehicle. As
took the gun that Keith D took the gun that they had attained. They obviously didn't have guns on them already. They had to go get some guns, plan a scheme, catch up with these fools in traffic, wait till they got to the light till they stopped, and then spray them. And then he getting ready to say, he said Keith D gave the weapon to one of his other people that was in the car and had them to do the shooting. You just proved that Keith D did not do the shooting himself. if you want to still say that he was accessory to the murder, okay, but you have just proven that he wasn't the one who actually pulled the trigger. And you see deceased on all these other people that were supposedly in the car with QD at the time. They all, apparently dead from whatever reason. So this is the reason why only the QD person has to been arrested. Keep listening what this man say.
As they were driving west on Flamingo Road near Koval, they located the black.
So now you got Google Maps up. So now you done pulled up Google Maps. Anybody can pull up this Google map. Now they want to tell you they want to pull up Google Maps and put little dots as to where everybody was. Why you don't have actual surveillance? All them business buildings around there, they have cameras on them. All them traffic light stops and shit, they have cameras on them. Where's that footage? We don't want to see Google Maps. Anybody can pull up Google Maps and put some little dots on there and say this person was here and that person was there. Where's the real footage? This shit, a good lawyer can get all this shit, all this circumstantial ass shit thrown out of court.
A black BMW, which was driven.
And trust and believe me, okay? I'm not saying that I'm rocking for these other folks or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Just like anybody else want to know who actually killed Tupac, and for them to be held responsible for it. I'm pointing out to you all is there's some other shit that's going on behind the scenes, and what they are presenting to the people is bullshit, because you are not proving, matter of factly, beyond a reasonable doubt, that these persons are the ones who did it. And if you want to say that based off of this person on account, on words, he said this shit years ago. He been steady saying shit. And I feel like he been steady saying shit. You know how people say shit for clout? Make it seem like, saying some shit, make it seem like they tough in the hood and stuff. Y'all know how gang members do. Oh, yeah, we hit this lick, man. We ran in on such and such, man. Yeah, we robbed such and such. We did that. These gang members talk like this all the time, bruh. Huh? Cause these real G's out here that's an earned their stripes, it's proof of that shit. This is not proof. You can definitively show them on the surveillance, the only surveillance footage that you have inside of the casino. And they have shown you nothing but cartoon looking images and Google Maps to explain every damn thing else to you, that allegedly these people were there. And we both say, oh, okay, got them. Fuck out of here, man.
Driven by Suge Knight, and in the passenger seat was Tupac Shakur. And as they turned around, they pulled up near the passenger side of that vehicle and immediately began shooting at Mr. Knight and Mr. Shakur.
Okay, look at these bullet holes in this vehicle, y'all. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Look like maybe one right there, 10, couple back here. They were spraying bullets. How come only Tupac was hit? How come only Tupac was hit? Suge should have got hit in the damn hand, the kneecap, the thigh, the shoulder, the neck, something. Okay? This is just bullets being sprayed here. This is not tactical. This is not sniper. Sniper is precise. They hit their target on the mark. Their time. One bullet. You understand? These bullets were sprayed all through this car. Didn't nobody jump out the car and run? But only Tupac was here, right? That's bullshit. They knew who the real killers knew who their target was. The hit was out on Tupac.
Shakur. Following that shooting, the white Cadillac fled the area southbound on Koval. And after officers arrived on scene, Tupac was later transported.
But my thing is, if you know this, you know when they fled, what street they turned on next, where they went. Where is that surveillance? You showing Tupac and Suge Knight right here. Look at Suge with this red rag in his hand. Blood sacrifice, baby. That's why he only wanted, out of the whole crew, he only wanted Tupac to ride with him. Look how Tupac looking. Tupac knew someone right. Look how Suge look. He looking straight ahead. The person that pulled up next to them, that snapped this picture right before the other vehicle pulled up and started shooting, that person was bumping real loud music and yelling all loud or whatever, like, you know, fans and different type of shit do or whatever, and snapped this picture of them. They sped off and left. There was a whole nother vehicle. This picture was taken on the night right before Tupac was killed. Did you see how them bullets were sprayed up in there? How come Suge didn't get hit? Because it was set up from the jump.
To the University Medical Center, where he's treated medically and died approximately 6 days later on September 13th.
Okay, yeah. So this situation happened on September the 7th, but he went to the hospital. He was rushed to the hospital from the scene of the crime, and he was in the hospital for 6 days. You know, they got to put that 6 in there. Okay? You know, they down with the 6. It's that B system number. You understand what I'm saying? It's that B system number. Because they all sellouts. So they got to put they always got to put their 6s in there. And shit. Suge sitting here with the red towel in his hand. Like that. Like they just taking some casual ass ride. Look at this. Look how Pac looked, man. He knew something wasn't right. He knew something was going on. It's bullshit, y'all. Look at this man over here with his hand, this Masonic symbolism here. This learned behavior here. They teach them to stand like that. That's Masonic symbolism now.
My homicide section handled this investigation from its onset and for a short amount of time. And within a short amount of time, what we knew was that we were working a gang investigation where our victims, our witnesses, and our suspects were all from Southern California and not local to Las Vegas. You
hear that? They all were from California and not Vegas. So they want to try to use this as an excuse. This is why, we weren't able to question anybody or bring any suspects in. All of our, all of the suspects, all of the witnesses, everybody was from California. So everybody got on down and went back to California after this happened. Why? Because this was set up. Why? Because the higher ups knew where Suge was going to have Tupac on that night. Okay? The whole fight, the boxing match that went down, it was all part of the decoy. It was all part of the decoy. Blood sacrifice. Okay? This was going on. But they have not proven their case. If they take this to court, they have not proven their case. Technically, the only thing they have, if this man has come out and said, oh yeah, me and my people, yeah, we was the one that ran down on, well, they're going to take that. They're going to take his word. But I'm telling you, if that man is singing like that, he's a full-blown ass, mind control ass patsy. And he lied and been triggered to say that shit, or he done been paid on the back end to say that shit, or something. Because why now? Because you heard this man say whatever this Keith D person said was from years and years ago. But you didn't catch up with him then. You didn't have him extradited from California to back to, Las Vegas or anything then. What happened yesterday that you apprehended him and arrested him yesterday? And then it was breaking news all over the web. It's a distraction, y'all.
The first few months of the investigation, our detectives knew most of the information I just briefed you on. However, we never had the necessary evidence to bring this case forward and present it for criminal charges.
Now, you heard him just say, I just told you they don't have no evidence. He just told you out of his own mouth, everything that he just told you, they had years ago. They had the information that he just gave you per the night of the shooting. But then he turned around and saying, we never had enough evidence to go on. You don't have enough evidence to go on now. If all the evidence you got now is what you just said, and you claim that you had that same evidence years ago when this happened, and that's all the evidence you got, then technically you still have no evidence. This man has been he has been put up to saying this. For whatever reason, they want to push this agenda. They're doing some type of fucking ritual with this, y'all. I'm telling you. And the cars that I'm looking at now, y'all, I'm telling you, there's some type of conflict that was going on in the justice system, the police department, the government, because of these secret hidden things that was going on behind the scenes and the decision that was made. Or which is why they made the decision that they was made. I feel like something that was supposed to be secret, hidden, and covered up was brought to light. It was illuminated. And it caused a lot of conflict. And they had to hurry up and try to cover their ass. So they didn't went and got this Keith D dude to be a patsy, to play the role. And say, yeah, you know, I'm the one responsible and different shit, because I'm telling you, they've been being paid to keep this shit under the rug, in the closet, behind the scenes, behind closed doors for the longest. All these years, y'all. All of these years. Because I'm telling you, the guys who killed Tupac were informants and working, not only working for, but being paid by the government. Persons high up in power. I feel like that secret information got out, and that's what shook them and caused some type of conflict within the precinct or whatever. And the powers that be, they came up with this damn cover story to use this Keith D dude as a patsy, bro. I'm telling you. This man I just broke down what he said word for word. He just told you the information he just shared with you now. They had it years ago when this happened, but they didn't have enough evidence to make an arrest. And prior to that, he said all of their witnesses, all of the suspects were all from California, which also, you know, provides some type of excuse as to the reason why you didn't issue any warrants or question anybody or bring any, you know, possible suspects in or anything. You have to listen to the words that come out of people's mouth, y'all.
As time went on, this case had been reviewed multiple times by different investigators assigned to my section, but it wasn't until 2018 that this case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide.
So why you didn't make the arrest in 2018? How come you waited another 4 years or 4 or 5 years ago? How come you didn't make the arrest in 2018? What happened yesterday that you was able to make the arrest when you have no further information? It don't matter how many damn times you review the same damn case. If you got the same damn information every time you review the case, and that same information you weren't able to do any damn thing with when the situation occurred, how in the hell are you able to use that now to definitively put it on somebody? You have not proven your case beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, if they have paid this man, if they have forced this man to say, yeah, I'm the one to do, you know what I'm saying, make some type of confession, they're going to roll on that. But all this other shit that he done said is circumstantial. Can easily, a good ass lawyer could easily get that shit thrown out. You have no proof. You can't show nobody on the surveillance or any surveillance tapes in traffic that it was definitively Keith D and his crew that did the shooting. You can't definitively show them on the surveillance tape. That was the only surveillance tape that we have seen that you have been able to show in the hotel, which is clearly suspicious. Did you see how that camera was turning? It was like they knew that camera was positioned at that front entrance with all them other people just doing their own thing up until that fight started. And then all of a sudden it just panned around to the fight. And before the fight was actually even over, it haired up and turned back around to their front entrance. And then all of a sudden you see them walking out. That shit is suspect too. I don't know who they think they playing with, but they ain't playing me. Y'all can believe what you want to believe. And of course, it's, the masses, the brainwashed, dumb down. It's a lot of brainwashed, dumb down, mind control people out here. Folks who still asleep out here that's going to believe whatever these folks come out and tell you. But I'm trying to tell you they're lying. And they're covering something up. They're trying to cover their ass. Because the real individuals that did this shooting were informants, and they were paid by persons in power to do what they did because it was a hit.
Specifically, Dwayne Davis's own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets.
And that's what I showed y'all. That shit is from years ago. That's what they're riding on. That's what they're riding on. Okay? This man admissions to this, and I believe everything he said was just straight up cap. It was clout type of shit. Now, I want y'all to look at something real quick, y'all. If y'all look over here, you see how it's two different things here. This news station here that is covering this. You see, they're in Las Vegas right here during this this press conference about this situation, right? But do you see how they have another window opened up over here? It says soon Trump remarks in California. Where did they say all these people from? California. I'm showing you how signs and subliminals work. Look back here. What they say? CACOP. California COP. Okay? CA stands for California. COP is COP. Didn't I tell you that Pop was either killed by cops or informants who was working for the cops? Y'all, you got to listen to what these people say. Signs and subliminals is everywhere. They put the truth in plain sight, in your face. This news station here, they got two different windows open up because they're waiting on two different things to happen. When more than one thing is going on at one time, they're watching, because if Trump had to have come out and did his speech, whatever speech he was giving in California, they would have panned to the people that they have there that's covering news coverage there. But they're showing you this in Las Vegas here. But do you see how this is in California here? That is done on purpose. This is how signs and symbolisms work, y'all. This is how signs and symbolisms work. Look at the bottom of the screen here. You see how they got this news station here? They got other stuff written down here. You see this Orlando right here? Orlando's supposed to be like one of the relatives to that Dwayne Davis dude. His nickname is the Keith D, whatever, but his real name is Dwayne Davis. Remember he said that he had the family member Orlando? That supposedly the Orlando dude did the shooting with them. Why do you think this is down here? Orlando. And then Fair. They're talking about the weather right here with Fair and 87 degrees, okay? Look, live now, okay? This is telling you that this is breaking news live now. So if you're just looking at this, you see the live now, okay? But live, okay, there's subliminals in everything. If you remove the V, it's a lie. What they're telling you is a lie now. They're lying to you now. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? The signs and symbolisms is everywhere. Look over here. You see right here, and then you see different places they got down here, and they're showing you the weather. But this is all subliminal, okay? Check this out. Over here, you got San Diego. Here, they got different places down here, okay? What's the dude name? The Keith D dude? Some people, I think some people call him D or whatever. Look at this. You see the dye here? If you look at my reading earlier, I told you they're going to kill. They're not going to allow any journalists or news reporters or anything to get close to this guy to make a statement and him to talk to anybody. They're going to kill this dude. They're using him as a patsy. They're going to sacrifice him. They're either going to do it at the jail, at the lockup he's currently at, or they're going to wait until they transfer him to a prison. And they're going to do one of two things. They're going to make it seem like he killed himself, or either they're going to make it seem like there was some crazed Tupac fans in jail that is going to retaliate and kill him because he's allegedly is the person who killed Tupac. It's all a setup, y'all. It's all a setup. They're showing you. They are showing you the truth in plain sight. They are telling you a lie.
In our section, we knew at this time that this was likely our last time to take a run at this case to successfully solve this case and bring forth a criminal charge. It was at that time that this case was assigned to Cliff Mogg, a detective within my homicide section. And over the last 5 years, my section worked closely hand in hand with the Clark County District.
You hear what he just said? He's got a detective by the name of Cliff Mogg. He said this is their last time to solve this case. Okay? Cliff Mogg. I'm not going to go into that. Some of y'all know who Cliff is. Okay? This person don't go by their first name. Some of y'all know who Cliff is. I ain't going to go into that. But this person is subliminally telling you that this person is an informant too and got ties with the mob.
To the attorney's office and followed a systematic investigative plan over the last 5 years. We've conducted countless interviews and corroborated numerous facts that were not only consistent with the crime scene on the night of the incident, but also corroborated and were consistent with the sequence of events that night. This ultimately led to us procuring a search warrant which was executed at Mr. Davis's residence in Henderson, Nevada. And following the execution of that search warrant, in close coordination with the District Attorney's Office, this case was presented to the grand jury, which ultimately led to Davis being indicted on charges of murder. Before I hand it off to the District Attorney's Office, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Detective Mogg and all the other detectives that were not only assigned this case and reviewed this case, but all the other detectives from other agencies that assisted us in this investigation. They know who they are, and thank you very much for all the assistance you provided. It does not go unnoticed. And lastly, one of the most important things, in my opinion, is we need to make this be a reminder that the charge of murder does not have a statute of limitations. This agency has been and is invested in solving our cold case homicides so that we can bring closure to those families and justice for those victims of homicide. And with that, I will turn it over to the Clark County District Attorney, Steve Wilson.
Everything they just told y'all is BS, y'all. No lie.
There's a big government scandal going on that you need to know about it. The government is actually stealing money from unsuspecting.
And even signs and symbolisms in everywhere, y'all, okay? It's no coincidence that the commercials that just popped up, the first thing he said, there's a big government scandal that is going on, y'all, okay? I'm telling you, this is a distraction to shit that is going on in the government, the things that's going on behind the scenes, y'all.
Thank you, Lieutenant Johansson. I appreciate it. Good afternoon. I am the Las Vegas Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson. It has often been said, justice delayed is justice denied. It's a quote we hear often and for many, many years when talking about our legal system, but not in this case. Today, justice will be served in the murder of Tupac Shakur. I'd like to acknowledge
He's lying. Right now, what he's doing is pulling on the heartstrings of Americans, okay? Wanting to get y'all riled up and get y'all sucked in into believing that, you know, they have worked tirelessly for the last 27 years, worked so hard to solve this case because they care about Tupac Shakur so much, and they're very dedicated and honest, upstanding people. This is bullshit, y'all.
the relentless work of the many Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department homicide detectives. We've mentioned Detective Cliff Mogg many times, and we can't mention his name enough. He is the detective, along with his colleagues, that brought this case here today to you. A Clark County grand jury has indicted Dwayne Keith Davis with 1 count of open murder with use of a deadly weapon with a gang enhancement. Davis will appear in court in the next few days or so for a hearing to determine his custody status and to set a jury trial date. This grand jury has been receiving evidence for months and has determined there is sufficient evidence to justify the filing of this criminal indictment. I've assigned 2 of my top prosecutors, Mark DeJohn.
Remember, I told you. Now, he just told you they've been receiving evidence all of a sudden for months. Okay? It's been 27 years, but in the past several months, they've been steady getting information, right? Now, I told y'all they got some type of information. They did. And it caused some major conflict within their precinct. Somebody, I'm telling you, somebody had to get caught up and drop the bomb that they knew exactly who killed Tupac Shakur. They know what actually happened. They trying to cover their ass. This is a whole distraction.
Giacomo and Banu Palal to prosecute this case. I know a lot of people have been watching and waiting for this day. Tupac Shakur is a music legend, and for a long time, this community and worldwide have been wanting.
Now they call him a music legend. He wasn't no music legend to people outside his race when he was living, though.
Justice for Tupac.
Or at least they didn't call him that.
Today we are taking that first step.
They're really pushing the issue like, oh, we care about this person. This person was so great. We really worked hard to solve this person's case and what actually happened to this person and blase, blase, blue. You see how they're pulling on the heartstrings of Americans. They want you to wholly believe what they are saying.
Tupac was actually quoted as saying, "Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside while still alive. Never surrender." Well, we didn't surrender thanks to the great work of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department under the leadership of Sheriff Kevin McMahill, Lieutenant Johansson, retired.
The great work, but it only took you 27 years to come up with a circumstantial case of nothing but the same information that the previous man just said that y'all had when the situation happened. So technically, you're telling people you have no new evidence. You're using the evidence you had all along. You've just produced this person to bring before the people and say, oh, point the finger and say, oh, that's the guy. That's the guy right there. We got him, y'all. We did a great job. You see, we do care.
Retired Detective Cliff Mogg, I am proud to announce the return of this document. This is the indictment we've been waiting almost 3 decades for. It spells out the facts and circumstances and what justifies a Clark County grand jury in returning an indictment. just
That's not evidence. That's a piece of damn paper. One piece of damn paper that's got information typed on there that you put on there.
justice will be served. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. I just like to say that the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police
This man
Department
right
homicide-
here, for some reason, he is like so nervous, so anxious. He's sweating. He's bloodshot red in the face. He's anxious. He's out of breath. Okay, I read people very well. Okay, and a lot of times in these staged events, they get certain people to come up and speak and say this and say that or whatever. He is one of the main ones that is totally disheveled in this situation.
homicide section year over year solves over 90% of the homicides that occur in our jurisdiction. You won't find that anywhere else in the United States. For those family members that have lost somebody that we haven't solved that case, I want you to know, just like in this case, we're not going to give up. I also say to you that as we begin, we're going to take a couple of questions. I want you to remember in your questioning that this investigation, subsequent arrest, and now indictment is only the beginning of the process. And we are committed and invested in ensuring a successful prosecution as we move forward. So with that, we'll take any questions that you might have. Ken?
Okay, guys, we're not going to listen to all the press conferences. Y'all can go and look and at a multitude of different videos that they have available regarding this situation. There was many different people there at that press conference. Okay, guys. So we're not going to go into all of that. I wanted to show this to you all and explain what I meant and some of the information that I was saying earlier in the brief little video that I did, just, you know, generally talking about this matter concerning this situation, guys. Again, I will say that the information that I am sharing with you all is covered under the copyright disclaimer. This commentary is covered under the Fair Use Act of 1976 under Section 107, which allowance is made for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, research, as well as opinions, guys. Okay. You guys, please like, share, and subscribe. That is your free way of showing your support to the channel. It is definitely greatly appreciated. I do thank you all in advance. Of course, I do have the copyright disclaimer, Fair Use Act information scrolling at the bottom of the screen as well, guys. I just wanted to reiterate that for you all, guys. Okay, but that's what's going on at this point in time. I'm going to go through other information that I have here as it relates to this topic, this situation. I did pull some cards here. If I'm led to do a spirit reading, I may go into a spirit reading and ask direct questions as it relates to the situation. Okay, guys? Because they're lying to the people. Okay? What I'm currently looking at right here, guys, the first row, I have the Justice card, Justice, 5 of Swords, Moon, 2 of Swords, Chariot. Okay? We know that the Justice card, it talks about the law, it talks about government, it talks about legal situations, it talks about authority persons in power in involving law and legal situations here. This is sitting right next to the 5 of Swords here, okay? This situation has caused a lot of conflict that I told you. There is some type of conflict and defeat here. And the reason why there's conflict and defeat amongst the law, the government, maybe the Las Vegas Police Department that is covering this matter is because of this moon here. Now, we know that the moon talks about secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark. It talks about criminal activity. It talks about cover-ups, shady people, dirty feelings, even moon magic, and hiding things. It also speaks to illusions, fear, one feeling overwhelmed. Just a lot of different energy ties into the moon. But the bottom line is that something is secret, hidden, going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind one's back. Now, the tricky thing with the moon is, although there's things that is going on that is secret, that is hidden, the moon illuminates what has been going on in darkness, what has been going on behind the scenes. So this ties into that conflict in the justice card here, because what was hidden, what was secret has been illuminated, okay? It has come to the light here, okay? And this is the reason why a decision was made to take this search forward, to move forward on an arrest here, okay? I do believe some type of information came in, okay? And I feel like these individuals are trying to, save face in this situation. They're still covering up things. They're still hiding things. They're still lying to the general public about what's really going on and who is really responsible for Tupac Shakur's death, okay? On the second row, I see here the 9 of Wands, the Devil, the 3 of Coins, the 8 of Coins, and the Death card, okay? Now, the 9 of Wands sits right up under the Justice card, okay? So when this conflict arose within, amongst those of them in government and things, there was this defensive type of energy. They're trying to protect themselves, okay? They're being defensive right now. They're protecting themselves or feel like they need some protection. This also let us know that a sacrifice had to be made, okay? The 9 of Wands says that a sacrifice had to be made. This is when the decision was made to arrest and apprehend the Dwayne Keefe D. Davis individual here, okay? They are using him as a patsy here, okay? And what they're going to do is I feel like words that he used as clout in the street. You know what I'm saying? You know how people say things to get respect from other people, to have other people fear them. They're badass. They, a tough guts. They know nonsense. I'm a killer type of, energy or whatever. I'm telling you, some type of information was disclosed amongst the priests, amongst detectives, okay? And they became defensive. They felt like they needed to protect themselves. This is the reason why they felt like a sacrifice had to be made, another sacrifice, because Tupac was a sacrifice himself, but because the police are trying to protect themselves, they had to come up with a spin on this, a cover story here, okay? Why? This 9 of Wands is attached to the Devil. It's right next to the Devil. We know the Devil talk about evil, wickedness, darkness, sinister type of energy. The Devil talks about temptations, desires, bad habits, addictions, addictive patterns of behavior, toxicity, okay? It's what is attached with the Devil. But the Devil also lets us know that individuals have sold their soul to the Devil. They're in this demonic energy, okay? And this Devil is sitting right up under the 5 of Swords, okay? So those of them who are in this demonic energy, who are in this devilish energy, who are sellouts, not only to the Devil, but the satanic powers that be, doing the bidding for the satanic powers that be, is the very individuals who are alleged leaders, who are supposed leaders in power here, okay? Because the information that was enlightened, that was discovered, was with the 3 of Pentacles here. The 3 of Pentacles talks about contracts. It talks about collaborations. There was a contract put out on Tupac. There was some type of collaboration. There was 3 or more individuals that was used, that was paid to take this hit out on Tupac Shakur because a contract was out on him, okay? This is next to the 8 of Pentacles. This is letting me know that the decision that was made amongst them, this was their job. The 8 of Pentacles talks about the money one makes from the work that they do. This lets me further know that the real suspects who killed Tupac Shakur are actually tied to the government or the the police department or whatever. I told you all before. I believe Tupac Shakur was killed by cops or either informants of cops that were paid. Either way it go, they were paid to take the hit out on Tupac Shakur, which brings us to the death card here, okay? The Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles sit next to the death card, okay? And all of that sits next to the Devil and the Nine of Wands. Tupac Shakur was a sacrifice, okay? All of these individuals involved sold their soul to the devil, including Tupac. He was sacrificed. And there were individuals who were paid to take him out, to kill him. The reason why this information is coming out today is because something leaked out. I believe whoever the cops were or whoever the informants were discovered. Somebody spake of them, okay? Perhaps to get themselves out of some trouble themselves. And this is what caused the conflict within this Justice Department, this police department, amongst the governments, the powers that be, whoever. That's when it was decided that they had to spin this new narrative, this new story here, okay? And that's where we get the last row here, the World, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Magician card, okay? As well as the Knight of Swords here. We know that the World talks about a completion of something. Something has gone full circle. Something has come to an end for something new to begin. They needed to end this, okay? They needed to make the people believe that they had brought this to a close by finding the alleged suspect, murderer of Tupac Shakur here. Okay? Ten of Pentacles is sitting here. This is sitting here right next to the World and right up under the Devil. Somebody was paid a large amount of money to spin the narrative that they're spinning right now, to put out the information that they're putting out right now, okay? And this is what has given them the motivation and the determination. This is something that was manipulated. This was something that was manifested. There's also heavy spell work that is being done around this situation, okay, as it relates to Tupac Shakur, who we know was killed, was murdered in cold blood, in public, while sitting in a vehicle. There are individuals who were paid to take him out, guys, okay? And I told you in my previous video, they wanted Tupac dead for various different reasons, okay? They wanted not only to hurt Tupac, but they wanted to hurt Tupac's family. They also wanted to hurt the African-American community. They wanted to hurt all the individuals. You have to understand, Tupac was an influencer. Tupac was a poet. Tupac was wise beyond his years. He was before his time, okay? And some of his rap, a lot of his rap, he spake about a lot of conscious things. He was waking the masses up, and the powers that be didn't like that. But when Tupac began to speak out against the powers that be, he came out with that Killer Illuminati. This is considered the fact that he sold out to be on the level that he was. This is when they took the contract out on him. This is when they decided to kill him. This was set up, okay? I'm looking at the Ten of Cups, the Three of Swords in the Tower here, okay? This caused a large amount of people all over the world a lot of heartache and a lot of heartbreak, okay? A lot of people idolize these celebrities, and Tupac was no different. A lot of people, okay, like Tupac awakened a lot of people to a lot of different things that was going on. But when this situation happened, it caused a major tower, a sudden upheaval, a sudden shakeup of things. This happened tragically and suddenly, and there was chaos. There was murder, death, harm, destruction, illness, injuries, lies, deceptions, and disruptions all around this situation, guys. That is what is going on here. I pull from another deck and I get conflict. Okay. I also get stress, commitment, as well as death. So like I told you, some type of conflict has broke out amongst the government, the precinct, the police precinct, the powers that be, whoever is in this conflict. There's fighting, fussing, cussing, arguments, disagreements, misunderstandings that's going on behind the scenes because some type of truth, the real truth, leaked out behind the scenes, and they had to spin this and cover it up. This is what's causing these people stress. This is the reason why they had to hurry up all of a sudden yesterday to apprehend this patsy, because he is a patsy, y'all. Do that man got his faults, and I'm not taking up for this man for his lifestyle and the way he lived, or if he had any beef. That's not what I'm telling y'all. You understand me? If they came out, had evidence, and matter of factly proved, shown this man there pulling the trigger, whatever, that's what it is, okay? But I'm telling y'all, this is a whole distraction. Whatever conflict that broke out amongst the police department or the individuals investigating this, it caused a lot of stress, okay? This stress card here says headache, pressure, even lack of sleep here over the situation. They had to make a decision. They had to do something fast, quick, in a hurry here, okay? I also see commitment here. This talks about binding obstructions and contracts here, okay? These individuals are bound and they're tied not only to the devil, but the satanic powers that be. They are bound by contracts. They have taken satanic, masonic, and demonic oaths, guys, okay? I told y'all there was a contract that was taken. Tupac was offered up in a contract. The hit on him came from, the orders came from high up, wealthy persons in power outside of his race. Is what I need you to understand, which is why the death of Tupac Shakur occurred. That's what's going on here, y'all. That is what is going on here. Okay, Spirit, are there any other messages? When Tupac went into the hospital, he was in critical condition. They finished him off in the hospital. That man lived for a whole 6 days, struggling for life, clinging on to life, but he lived for a whole 6 days. They finished him off in the hospital, okay? I see abusing their money, power, privilege, and authority to bully others into submission here, okay? They have done something to bully this Keith D person into making whatever statements he has made. At this point, he needs to exercise his right to remain silent. Okay? I see stage events to allure and trick the masses. Paid ops, sellouts, attention seekers, cloud chasers. Okay? I also see here illegally funding government operations. Scandal. Y'all need to know that in between all of this that is going on, there is election fraud happening already. It's already going on, being set up. Okay? It's already happening, y'all. I told y'all in some reading I did not that long ago, I told you all that there was a lot of things that was going to occur leading up to the election. And the election is already being rigged. Spirits say don't trust them. Okay? Don't trust what these people are telling you. Sellouts don't work for God. They're shepherds for the devil. I see here. Okay? Yeah, we got mind control, brainwash up, being coached and groomed. That Dwayne Keith D. Davis, he is a mind control op who have been brainwashed and coached into taking the fall for Tupac Shakur's death because they're trying to cover their ass, okay? Because somebody know the truth. Secret witches and warlocks and secret societies. Spirit, what other messages do I need to share? Yeah, I see cloud chasers here. Okay? That dude is a cloud chaser. He been lying for years. but they're using him, and they're going to use his words against him. Spirit, what else is going on? I see stage disasters here. I see they're going to pay for, or they're going to pay with their life for what they've done. Okay, I'm telling you, they're going to, wherever they get this man, they're going to kill him. Okay, it's going to be they're either going to say, I'm telling you, they're either going to say this man killed himself, or they're going to say that some of Tupac's fans in the jail or the prison attacked him and killed him. They're never going to allow journalists, news reporters, anybody to get close enough to him for him to speak. Not unless they got him heavily under mind control, drugged, and some more shit. They're going to kill him off. I see insane twist here. There's going to be some type of insane twist to this situation. I see the nows, delusions, decisions, and deceptions here. I also see murder by numbers. Assassination of a public figure. This was, Tupac was seen was a public figure. He was assassinated, y'all. He was assassinated. But the real persons who are involved is what would really shock you and amaze you. They would never tell you that truth. That's the reason why they're pushing this narrative. I see the hate is real, as well as soulless beings. Spirit, are there any other messages? Corruption within the government, justice system, DOJ, DOD. There's corruption within the government. Fakes, frauds, and imposters, guys. Okay? Let me check my other deck, and we're going to wrap this reading up. We got the moon here. So there are still things that's being hidden, that's secret, that's covered up, okay? Any other messages, Spirit, I need to share with the collective? Yeah, there's a lot of things that's being hidden. I see the masculine man here. A lot of things that's being hidden and covered up. A lot of things still going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind the masses' back. There's a corrupt correctional officer where they're going to house, where they're going to imprison this man at. They may use this corrupt correctional officer to kill him. This corrupt correctional officer, this person is into a lot of different things: drugs, sex, bribes, money. This person is very low down and dirty. They're very brutal, though. They abuse their power and their authority. They're very shady. They're secretive. They're involved in a lot of criminal activity within the jail or the prison. They're going to use this man to kill this Dwayne Keith Davis. Okay. Yeah. I see funeral, death row inmate. They're gonna end up putting this. They're gonna end. Oh shit! That's so subliminal. That's so subliminal, because you know Tupac was signed to Death Row Records. Okay, they gonna put this man on death row, make this man a death row inmate, and he's gonna be murdered. There's a lot of people in mental conflict over the situation. Yeah. Murder mystery here. Foul play, set up, organized, premeditated, plots, plans, schemes, cover up, sacrifice, staged events here. Suspicious death. Okay. This is in the terms of Tupac, because we know that he was murdered, but this is in reference to this man that they done arrested. They're gonna make him. They're gonna sentence him to death row. and he's going to be murdered. And because there's a corrupt, wherever he's going to be, there's a corrupt correctional officer. And there's shit that's going on behind the scenes. And they're going to use this person to kill him. That's what's going on here, y'all. I mean, I do hope I have given you all the information you were seeking pertaining to the situation. You all, please like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at shinebrightlikeadiamond36 with the underscore between each word. I see backstabbers here. Shared any other messages? Any other messages? I see disloyalty here. You can't trust nobody. Ultimate betrayal. They're going to murder this man. He better know how to protect himself, because they're going to murder this man. They send him up to murder him when he gets to prison. I believe they're going to do it in the prison. They may do it in the jail or the prison, but that's what I see here, y'all. That's what I see here. Okay. Once again, guys, if you would like to show your support, you can do so through CASHAPP, which is $TiffDiamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond, or through ZELLE, which is tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com, or tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. Any little bit helps, guys. It's greatly appreciated. I do thank you in advance. You also can send your super stickers, super thanks, but you can support the channel right now for free by pushing the thumbs up button, guys. Okay. As always, guys, y'all take care of yourself, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that's lurking around each and every corner, even in the neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, watch the surroundings and the company in which your children are in as well. And consider the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey. Keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. This situation is centered all around money here. I see the abundance card. And there were several different money cards that came out of the tarot deck as well, okay? A lot of people's palms have been greased, okay? A lot of people have been paid off a large amount of money here, but people are wearing masks, okay? This is hiding true feelings, pretending and deluding, gaslighting, and personifying. These people are fake, phony, fraudulent, and untrue. They are lying to the masses, guys, okay? They're lying. Okay, guys. So, thank you all so much. Till the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.